Donnie, when you do the initial walkthrough of a home with a client, what are some of the things that you look for and you try to advise your client on to pay attention to on that initial walkthrough?
Great question. So I think it's different for every client. Obviously, like investors are looking for things differently than a person who's actually going to live in the home as a consumer of the home. And if we're thinking about the second bucket of the actual consumer, I really like people to know how they're going to live in the home. So if you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, but you have 7 children, is that really going to work out for you? How are you going to be using that space? I know while I'm walking through a home, I'm constantly looking at like little repairs that need to be made, and I'm not a home inspector, so I can't advise on those repairs. But I'd say ultimately how you're going to live in the home. But I think some things that are important that are kind of lost on some people is driving around the neighborhood at different times of the day says a lot about a neighborhood. When you enter in one area of the neighborhood, exit through the other area so that you really kind of get a good, not just the home, a good feel for the neighborhood as well. There's a ton of things that I think that would go through the initial walkthrough, but for the average consumer, it's how you're going to live in the home and how the home feels for you for the long term.
And so when you see major repairs that need to happen, you might not be a home inspector, but do you point those out if you see them and try to give them a heads up of, hey, this might be a problem?
I totally do. Absolutely. If I can see a roof from far away that needs to be repaired, I'll point it out and things along those lines. Typically, when we make our initial offer, we're making it based on the condition of the house from when we first saw. And then when we go into our inspection period, we renegotiate based on what's found in the inspection. So if there's things wrong with the house on the initial inspection, let's say a tile's broken or missing, and we notice that, we typically make our offer based on that. And then when the inspector finds more, we renegotiate. So I do point those things out to my clients.
So in a situation where you might be putting an offer in that waives inspections, how do you make sure that you're protecting the client, that they understand what the risks are of that? And I guess the larger question is, how important really are home inspections?
Home inspections are insanely important. So you get a seller's property disclosure where the seller discloses what they know about the house, and you cannot rely on that at all. You really want to lean on your home inspector. I would say that a client that waives a home inspection should be less than 1% of the population making offers on homes. I've waived home inspections on 2 homes for myself personally, but I'm a different person than a lot of the consumers who are making offers. There's investors who will waive inspections. What I would recommend if you plan on waiving an inspection is let the seller know that you're buying the home as is, and you're only getting an inspection for safety purposes. If the foundation was crumbling or something like that was absolutely drastic and you needed to back out, go ahead and waive your home inspection. Go ahead and get the home inspection and cancel. But just let them know you're not going to ask for any price off on the house based on the home inspection. You're only doing it for your own research purposes. Okay. I have never suggested to or coached a client to waive a home inspection, not once.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea to me.
To be fair,
it's like buying a car without even like looking under the hood at all. It could just be leaking. Do you really know?
Exactly. To be fair, me and my fiance Jessica, we just missed out. We offered on a home personally ourselves in Bend for a fixer-upper, and we lost out on a really decent offer that we made, put our best foot forward, and we lost out on an offer to another buyer who did waive a home inspection. So is it worth it? You kind of got to do the math there. Is it worth it to lose $20,000 for a major repair that you didn't foresee because you're not a home inspector? Some cases it might be worth it, but for most people, it's not.
Yeah.